So that's been a wild 24 hours. We've had this the CPI data come out nice and bullish. The market absolutely ripped. Then JP came out a little bit hawkish last night, sent us back to hell. Lovely round trip there, courtesy of him. Then we had PPI data come in today, and that was quite bullish, but the market is bleeding down. So now we really got to be smart here. We got to watch what we are doing. So guys, we're going to tackle BTC. We're going to tackle some big levels here for you guys. Then we're going to look at a couple of altcoins. And you know what? It's Donald Trump's birthday coming up in a couple of days. Let's send that guy some shit coins. I've got his wallet address. We're going to send him some memes. We can keep our spirits up here and get involved in that. So stick around. We've got a lot to get into today. Let's get right into it. Don't forget, as always, if you are enjoying the content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. Banter bubbles now yesterday. What a difference 24 hours can make. This thing was so green, we needed sunglasses. Now we are melting down. Feels like we are getting sent to hell. Now, what has gone wrong here? The CPI stuff was so bullish for us that the market maybe overpriced or got a little bit too hyped leading into this FOMC. And this is even the big dog at the moment, Injective, the talk of the town, is down 8%. So that is feeling a little bit of pressure. But I still think there's a 45% trade coming for Injective that we can play around with. So before we get into that, let's just check where we are with the current BTC situation. And right now, I was talking to Ray just before we went live, and we were both looking at this area, feeling maybe that this could be an area where we could get a little bounce here on BTC. So this is 66,700 that I'm currently watching. The reason I like this, it's the 786 fib, the 100-day MA, and some horizontals. Then the next big level is the level where we longed the other day. This is the higher conviction zone, the 65,900 region. This is the area. Wow, we're dripping into this right now. This is the 50-day MA, the 382 fib, and this big horizontal zone. So this is going to be a big level for us. This was the huge level on the meltdown we had the other day, and here we go. So maybe we're going to get a push into the zone. Maybe we're going to get a scalp on this live at the moment. So we are prepped and ready to go. If we do get an opportunity here, we're going to watch the reaction on BTC dipping into this level, and we're going to see if we can jump into maybe some kind of scalp long. So right now, a big level we're watching, 786 and 100-day moving average. That's not a joke. So that's 66,700. Then the higher conviction zone has to be the 65,900 to 66K. So we're going to watch that one. And upside, well, wait for this thing to bounce. But upside number one has got to be 67,400. This is now big resistance for us. This is what we need to pay attention to on any moves higher. But this is absolutely brutal. Who's getting caned at the moment? Who enjoyed that little round trip, courtesy of the data and Joe Powell last night? Who enjoyed it? Because I certainly enjoyed that round trip thoroughly. It was fantastic. And you will note yesterday I shorted BTC live on the show, and I closed my BTC long way too early because I was looking for that bullish pullback. So now we would have been absolutely printing here if we held on. But you can't be fooled, or you can't feel too hard done by. We've had bullish news, CPI, bullish news, PPI. So it is a bit odd that the market is behaving in this current manner. So let's just break down what happened yesterday. And here's a nice little tweet, basically just summarizing what has gone down. So Fed leaves rates unchanged for the 7th straight meeting. Okay, we know that. Officials raised the 2024 inflation forecast from 2.4 to 2.6. Okay, but the big one for me here is point number 3. Median forecast show just one rate cut in 2024. Now, before this FOMC, the guys were placing their bets that we were going to get 2 rate cuts before the end of the year. And I think Powell came in a little bit hawkish here and basically said, everybody calm down. Okay, so the market priced in this pumpage, and he just basically threw some water on the flames there and calmed everyone down. And then we got this massive reversal. And then here, Zero Hedge saying the biggest surprise in the dot plot is 3 cuts in 2024, revised just to 1 cut. So that is why the market potentially reacted to that current condition. And then today, we had a second bite of the cherry. We had a second chance here. We had PPI data coming out, and Matthew Dixon explained this quite nicely. He said, PPI should throw more light on the inflation situation in the US. We already had a rate cut reductions from the US, Canada, but the US is in a stronger economic position. He says we need to see inflation lower before the Fed can lower rates, which would boost BTC. Okay, so lower CPI was a start. And then what did we get? We got much lower PPI as well. They came in negative minus 0.2%. Okay, so this was a massive result. And we also had unemployment claims going up. So there were two factors that were telling us that this could be potentially quite bullish for the market. And you would have noted that initial candle, if you were watching the 15-minute candles on BTC, you would have seen a massive pump there in the beginning. And I think a lot of guys got caught in that big move. And then we had a nice big reversal, which you are witnessing right now. And TED Talks Macro, a nice little account as well, saying more disinflation, okay, should be short-term bullish for crypto and stocks. So you are not feeling confused here. You did the right thing if you were looking at these bullish signs, looking for a potential move higher up. And everybody feels the same way with that type of sentiment. So quite strange at the moment. And then I just zoomed into the S&P at the moment on the 15 minutes, and we can see it's finally starting to turn a little bit green. So this is the S&P 15-minute chart. You can see we've been bleeding out this during the afternoon into this or just after this news, and now the S&P is finally starting to turn bullish. Are we going to get a little move now out of BTC? Are they going to give us maybe a little push higher up? And then just another thing to note here for you guys, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 says net short positions on BTC on the CME group now at 1 billion. And you'll note this little comment lower down here. It says every time these shorts pile up, they print shortly after. So we often see that situation when there are too many shorts or things are overly weighted in one direction. We often get the opposite play coming out. So I am running a poll at the moment in the chats here, and I just wanted to check the sentiment for you guys. Look at this. Right, check at this. Sentiment check. 46% bulls in the house, guys. That's the spirit. 46% bulls are still sitting in the house here. We got 33% bears, and 21% of you absolutely hate crypto at the moment, and you can't be blamed after those round trips. So guys, we're going to watch these levels. We're going to make sure that you understand exactly how you can play this now on any more bleed outs. And we're going to take you a bit further, and then we're going to have some fun. We're going to send Donald Trump some shitcoins, and drop in the chats in the meantime. I need ETH shitcoins. I've got an ETH wallet address for him. Hopefully it is the correct wallet. Drop in the chats what shitcoins I need to send him, and try and just explain why. I don't want absolute dog shit here, and we need a nice buffet of a couple of tokens. So let me know what you guys are looking at currently, and then maybe we can get involved with some of those shitcoins. Okay, we've covered 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, and then Michael Saylor. He always tries to come to the rescue, this guy. Whenever there's red, he always comes in. He slides in like that butler on Mr. Deeds. He always just arrives. And here he comes. He's now trying to buy $500 million worth of BTC once again, coming in to try and save the day at the moment. I see Iman says he's red everywhere. He needs an airdrop. Bro, why don't you try airdrops? That's probably a good help there for you guys. And the bulls came in yesterday because we did see the BTC ETF flow really increase. We had $100 million moving in, so they cancelled that we had a 19-day bullish streak there of inflows. Then that was broken for the last couple of days, and now yesterday the bulls stepped in and they started buying again. And now it's another bullish reason here, and still very interesting to me to note that we are melting down. So maybe this is a final flush out, because overall the general macro situation here with regards to CPI, PPI, and that type of data is telling us that we should be looking potentially a little bit more bullish. And, obviously there are other factors involved here, but we can see things like the S&P are really pushing at the moment, the NASDAQ pushing nicely, and it feels like crypto and Bitcoin in particular is just lagging a little bit, and it feels like some kind of slingshot could potentially be coming out to us. Okay, so here's BTC's liquidation map that I'm watching at the moment, and you can see currently the shorts are outweighing the longs again. So I've just refreshed this map just to get an idea, and it looks like the most fun is going to be had a little bit higher up once again for the market makers. So they've cleaned out a little bit of these late longs, and now we are looking for potential moves higher. I see Michelle wants me to send Donald Trump XRP. Guys, let's send him ADA, let's send him XRP, fucking Litecoin. Let's give him some of that. wait, we're going to send him Celestia, bro. I don't know what he's going to do with that. Send him straight to zero. Okay, so here's BTC. Just before we jump into some of these other charts, BTC we're moving into the higher conviction zone. Now, remember, this zone has been tapped once. Okay, now we're going to go visit it again. That tells us, yes, we could potentially get a reaction in this area. The conviction is not as high as the previous time when we opened on that first move, but fuck, we got to have a go. So let's take a look. If we hit the 65,900 and start dancing around that area, I think we're going to have a go here on a BTC long. So my Prime XBT is locked and loaded. I'm ready to start firing in some buys there. We'll see how we go. If you want to take this trade with me on Prime XBT, grab the link in the description. 7% sign-up bonus on offer right now for you guys. And we can also long and short the S&P, gold, silver, oil, all those types of things. So jump in. I'm ready to go here. I'm just waiting for this opportunity. Ray, if you enter a position, make sure I know about it too, please, so we can just jump in there together. Ray is watching closely here for us. Okay, how is everybody in the chats as well? And just before I look at this dominance chart, I just want to see, are you guys surviving? Is everybody okay here? I see Ripple Muncher is here. Send him safe, Moon. What else? What else have we got? Chris the Wave says send him jail coin. Siege says send him BODEN. I like BODEN. Nice political play there as well. Guys, I quite fancy the idea of Luna. Send him Felon Olaf. Peppy Straw says send him Peppy. Yeah, there is that felon token. That's actually quite a good one. What else we got? Guys who know Joe Fraser. Have you been beaten up in the market here a little bit? David Douglas says, is the Dixie wrecked? Well, we're going to have to look at that Dixie. If the Dixie is pumping, then we are in trouble. And says send him PIPI. That is one of my best performers. PIPI, I'm going to show you that little performer that I had. And we'll talk about this PIPI. Maybe we're going to send it to him. And Prince is feeling quite bearish here. In the chats. Prince, hang on there. Okay, we got to watch. If we start losing these big levels, then we're going to deal with it. Okay, so if we lose these levels, we're going to look a little bit deeper and darker, but let's see. We take it one step at a time. Okay, why have I got dominance open on the 8-hour? And why am I watching this so closely? Well, number one, if we want to see some kind of altcoin relief here, or we want these alts to hold their levels. Okay, now we know if you're trading altcoins, you're sitting at the previous lows, probably from yesterday. A lot of them are sitting where they were yesterday. And if we got Bitcoin falling over, what we desperately want to see here as altcoin traders, if we want to see this dominance start pushing down now while Bitcoin is pushing down, that tells us that these alts are going to start holding some of their areas. The problem is going to lie now. If we lose this 50-day MA that we've just spoken about and we get a spike in dominance, these alts are going to drop and they're going to go to their next levels. So you need to make sure you are prepped on some of your next levels here as well. Send him BitConnect token, Paul. What is BitConnect token, bro? Let's see what else we got here. And yeah. I see Jana says send him DTI. Of course we're going to send him DTI. That is my big election play at the moment. And Paul says dupe says 62 to 64. And that is more than possible there on BTC. So we'll take a look at that just now. Let's just deal with the current ETH situation as well. So just to recap where we were on ETH, we had a nice little bounce yesterday off the nice area. We had multiple reasons telling us why we were going to get a bounce, but it just didn't sustain it. The whole market has now dropped. So what am I watching on ETH? While we are watching BTC at that 50-day moving average, we got to watch ETH here, 3,400. You can see how these areas are tying in so nicely. This is the 100-day moving average here sitting on ETH right now. And if we jump across to the Bitcoin chart, you can see it's the same type of picture. BTC's just lost that 100-day MA, and we are now pushing into the 50-day MA. So we're going to watch that closely. We're looking for tie in here on some of these. And remember, if BTC loses that big area and we get a spike in dominance, we're going to be looking at ETH at 3,250. That is going to be the big level that we're going to be watching for ETH. 3,250. That is another potential long zone. That is a potential buy zone here for ETH traders if we lose that area. So we're going to watch that one closely. And right, let's get into some of the drama. There was a 35% dump or something along those lines on the CRV token. So for those of you, maybe you don't know, it's a DeFi situation, CRV, and their founder, Michael Egorov, got liquidated, okay? So this guy pulled all sorts of moves and he borrowed using Aave. And I mean, the fundamental guys will explain that a lot better. But basically, this guy over-leveraged himself. He thought he was never going to get liquidated. And he was the founder of CRV. So all was well. But we've been watching over the last year and a half or so, his liquidation levels that were always around this area, the 32 to 36 zone, was a liquidation area for this guy. And everybody was watching, waiting to see if he was going to get liquidated. And I remember sometime last year, maybe August, September, there was a lot of panic around this time on CRV, but they managed to bounce and things really recovered nicely there for him. But now CRV finally looks like they have liquidated him. And the story behind this whole situation is that he used $280 million of CRV back then as collateral for the loan to buy this house. Look at this house. Okay, $280 million. Come on, bro. Come on. Okay. So, and he leveraged himself to the tit, but I mean, no, bro.
Liquors, ladies, and leverage. Liquor, ladies, and leverage.
Look at this guy. He knows how to party. That's a fact. I mean, he's got party sunglasses on. He's got party hair. This guy knows. He knows how to party. And imagine what he's doing here at his house. And anyway, so that was his game plan. Okay, so he's leveraged to the hilt here, and he's now finally been rinsed out on CRV. So the question remains, okay, we know that CRV is a good, or was a good project, but now the founder has been liquidated. Is he still interested in his own project? Is this thing still going to move? So what I'm going to say is just be careful with some longs here. If you're looking to play the game here on CRV, well, you can see what's happened here. We've lost a major weekly level. This is a big zone that we have lost here, and now we are pushing up into what is potentially another resistance zone for potentially more downside here. So if you are thinking of longing this thing, I just want to say, watch out. The CRV might not be what it was before. If the founder is now liquidated and he's maybe not interested in the project anymore, obviously I may be completely wrong, and this thing is going to carry on churning on without him. And if it does, your safest play has got to be when this thing reclaims this previous weekly level. So this is the weekly chart that I'm watching, and what we want to see obviously is a reclaim of this weekly zone. So there will be a trade later on. Okay, so right now do nothing. Okay, do not touch the CRV unless you caught that absolute bottom. Do not touch this thing until it starts reclaiming this 0.32 level. When we start reclaiming that, then maybe we can start looking at potential CRV longs. And we know that once the worry is out of the way, and this has been hanging over CRV's head for 18 months or so, and that you can see that in the price action as well. And now that this worry is out of the way and he's been liquidated, that could potentially be quite a bullish sign for CRV to maybe kick on. Maybe the buyers are going to come back. Maybe the investors are going to come back. But watch this one carefully. Safest play here. Let's reclaim that huge weekly level that we've lost, and then we can see from there. And I see Rowan says CRV could be the new XRP. Cosmo the Wonder Dog says sit on your paws. Guys, nothing wrong with sitting on your paws, okay? If you did a round trip like me, for example, yesterday, it's time to take your foot off the gas and, just start being a little bit more apprehensive and a little bit more watchful on things currently. If we've had fired off 2 sets of bullish news out of the US, and all they're doing is dumping us, we need to sit back and say, fuck, there's other factors at play here, and maybe we just need to take things a little bit slow. I see Kijo's dad says, tell Brett to stop dumping. Guys, I'll try and blow on some of these candles for you. Trust me. And a sleepless night, some of these moves these guys are giving us at the moment. And keep coming with these shit coins. We're going to get to Uncle Donald here shortly. What I did wanted to talk about today, though, was Arweave. And just a reminder, they've launched their token AO as well. So there have been relatively bullish things floating around for Arweave at the... well, not anymore. And this is hilarious. And so here goes Arweave getting sent straight to hell, happening live on stream. Fuck me, there it goes. And wow, we're getting sent to hell. Okay, so let's take a look at this. I was gonna give you guys some decent support here. And wow, this Arweave situation is falling over properly here. Okay, let's just take a look at this now. If you are sitting in Arweave at the moment, like myself, you are getting rinsed out. So let's take a look here quickly, and let's try and just pull some big levels here. We want to see where can this thing potentially bounce? Where can this thing potentially hit the brakes? Okay, so we're going to pull that fib from the low to the high. We want to look where our 786 is now. That is going to be our next big level, and that is what we're going to be watching. Okay, so keep your eyes open for Arweave down here at gotta be 27.8. Okay, this is your next potential bounce zone now for 𝗬𝗢𝗓. This is what you're going to be watching, 27.8. Let's see what happens here. Why is this area interesting? Well, we've got our horizontals here in play right now, and the 786, and then a little bit lower down, we've got a big level. Now, this has to be the higher conviction zone over here. This is your 200-day moving average. This is your big horizontals as well on the daily, and we can see we do have a 12-hour really starting to push lower now on this regular RSI. So this is what you're watching here. Number one, 28.1, and number two, you're watching 23.15. So these are your big zones. For me, I would say you can nibble around here. Maybe you can look for a little scalp in this zone. Just exercise a bit of caution here. We got to watch BTC, and then a little bit lower down, your next potential play has got to be this region here, 23 on the button is what you're going to be watching. And April, why cry? You know, why cry when you can just laugh? I mean, it's just hilarious. As I was talking about bullish things on 𝗬𝗢𝗓, I mean, how funny the crypto gods, they come bang and they start dropping this thing. But anyway, remember, red candles is an opportunity here. So this could be a dream entry that you've been looking for 𝗬𝗢𝗓. When you wanted to buy 𝗬𝗢𝗓 at $48, when you wanted to buy 𝗬𝗢𝗓 at $44 or whatever those levels were, when you were saying, fuck, I wish I had a second chance at 𝗬𝗢𝗓, these are your two levels. These are your second chance levels. So mark these on your charts here. This is an opportunity. We know 𝗬𝗢𝗓 is bullish. We know how much Uncle Run loves 𝗬𝗓𝗓 as well. Keep your eyes on these levels. This could be opportunity for you guys. And right now, a little bit of burn that we are watching at the moment. The burn is playing out, obviously, and it's not pleasant. But these are hot zones that you can pay attention to. And let's keep our eyes on this. So call it 27.9, and a little bit lower down has to be 23.2. Watch these areas. I would suggest that both of these are going to be big zones where you can trade. You can trade your 𝗬𝗢𝗓. Let's see. Jeez, that was funny. Dylan's cat laugh in the back as well. Let's see. Our Ant says PIPI will overtake them. Guys, we're going to deal with PIPI. I'm loving PIPI. And okay, another one that's in the news now is IO. Okay, so fundamental guys around there, you know, this thing was launched, I think it was yesterday on Binance, and things are pretty bullish here. And I'm going to show you a little tweet that might explain it a little bit more. But this guy, I Want Coin News, says you don't want to miss this. I've been telling you for months, 20,000 of GPUs that can be clustered at any time. Okay, one of the largest decentralized, scalable, cheap compute network built for AI. And here's a little comparison from Emperor Osmo. He says Render has 1,255 GPUs, Filecoin 1,024 with a value at 11 billion, and IO has 22,457 GPUs. What is their valuation going to be? He's saying, are you paying attention yet? So what I can give to you guys is an IO chart. We don't have much information. Okay, all I can give to you is potential scalper zones and an idea as to how to play this. So what I would suggest on such a new token, and also in current bearish conditions that we are dealing with at the moment, this type of thing, you really want to just look for some kind of play off the trend. Okay, so we do know we have our horizontal in play here, and we can start looking around, but we don't have much information. This is the 15-minute candle that we are looking at the moment. Well, ideally, what you want to see is a little push into that zone, and then a trend break, and then we can maybe try and catch this trade on the 15 minutes. And then once we break that trend, you can bang in a stop at these lows, for example. So based on what we've just seen in 𝗬𝗢𝗓 falling over, and this is now a second visit to these major zones, I would exercise big caution now on something like this. Wait for the trend break. This is the 15 minutes. When this thing gets momentum, it's going to start pushing higher. Then we can break that trend and trade that one accordingly. So exercise caution for now. There isn't much information available, and a level that I can give you here of support that I'm watching, 4.5. You're going to keep your eyes on 4.5 and take a look at that one. And right, our next one that we're going to talk about is Injective. Now, let's see if this thing has also fallen over live while we are talking. And so Injective, there's a lot of stories going on around it, and why it's been showing strength lately. So number one, and they've well, let's just read the start. They said less than 10 hours to go until the INJ burn auction, which will see over 6 million tokens burned to date. Okay, so they are burning tokens regularly. This was a post yesterday, so it's obviously happened already. And then they've also got their integration They're integrating PYUSD, becoming one of the first ever layer ones to support the stablecoin released by PayPal and Paxos. Okay, so there's a lot of bullish talk here around Injective, and it was, pretty quiet for a very long time. And we are looking for this next big trade on Injective. Now, what does that next big trade look like? Well, the next big trade needs to claim this next range. So this is what we were looking at yesterday, and we can see we've got our 200-day MA. This is a big level here for us that we have pierced. Okay, so we've broken the 200-day MA, and we've rejected now. So what we want to see here is we want to see a bounce into this area, but ideally we want to look for a reclaim of this range low for our next potential trade on Injective. So right now, when we reclaim this 30 level, 30.5 region, when we start reclaiming 30.5, that's telling us we are sitting now in the previous range, and we could potentially start moving higher. So we're going to look for that. Once we reclaim these supports in this type of region, then we are going to be looking for that little push higher. So let's just be patient on Injective. If you are interested or you are sitting in a current position on Injective, what you need to watch right now, first line of support, 28.3. Okay, this is number one. This is a very important support here that you're going to be watching. 28.3. If we dip a little bit lower, you want to sit back and you want to wait until we hit the 50-day MA and these horizontals in this region. We're also going to get trend tie in 25.
Hold on. Can we hit the likes before we hit any levels? Can we hit some likes?
Hit the likes.
Treat the like button like Michael Jackson. Just beat it.
You know what to do. Okay, so Injective, you got your levels now. Big level, 25.5, and you've got to watch the 618 as well, and that is at 28.45. So these are your two big zones that you want to be watching for Injective. And remember, once we reclaim this previous range, we've got a nice 45% move coming. So just be patient. 45% trade on its way, and we've just got to hang in there. I see Richard says he's lost his marbles. And let's see. Timeout says, check CAS, please. Now, guys, I was in a CAS trade, and I might have just been stopped out. So I'm dealing with CAS next for you guys. So hang in there. We're going to cover that one now. And Rudy says, AR is bleeding. I suspect, Rudy, it's a little bit more than bleeding, bro. And I know it's bleeding because I'm getting rinsed out here on Arweave. Let's just find it again. Okay, so guys, remember, Arweave, there's a potential long coming here. 27.9. That is what you're going to be watching. 27.9 is going to be your area that you're going to be watching. And okay, let's go into the next one that I've got for you guys is CAS. Okay, so let's deal with CAS. Now, I think I've just been stopped out. We're going to look at this one now. And what is the current game plan for CAS? So you can see what's happened here. We're losing big levels. So that's telling us that dominance is also potentially going to give us a little bit of an issue here. So we've got to keep our eyes on dominance here. At the moment, a little bit stable. So we're going to see. We've got a couple of odds and ends just falling over for now. And, some of the others are still holding. So CAS, what are we doing? Let's just take a look. Let me see if I've been stopped out. And, I'm about to be stopped out. Okay, so I'm trading CAS on weeks at the moment. And you can see my stop is about to get hit here. And I'm currently in a $15,000 position. And if I get stopped out here, it's pretty much going to be square. So we're going to let this thing play out at the moment. Now, if you want to trade with me on weeks, what you can do is grab the link in the description. There's no KYC on weeks, and they've got a 20% sign-up bonus for you guys exclusive to the show. So grab the link in the description, and you can jump on weeks and trade weeks with me. So you can see I'm under a little bit of pressure. This thing was about $900 up a couple of hours ago, and now we are minus 200. You can see my stop is in play, and I'm going to explain to you why my stop is there. And you can see it's loss of the 618. So I put it there so I didn't get absolutely rinsed out while I was live. And you can see why I wanted to, make sure we'd lost that 618 first. So let's see how we're going to play now, and let's watch the zone. Let's try and identify where our 786 is as well. If you are sitting in a CAS position, you want to know where your next reaction zone is while you're, riding down the stairs, and your next zone for CAS. Your next potential bounce zone, you can see this is juicy here. This is a nice little one for you lower down, 0.16. 0.1604. That is a nice area. Why is this a nice zone for me? We've got horizontals in play, and we've got a 786 tie-in, and then your next area. Okay, so your next level after that, where you're going to be looking for your next bounce play, has got to be this little cluster lower down. You can see a little revisit here. They could be a nice area there for a CAS bounce. So 0.157. So your current areas now, if I'm going to get stopped out, we're going to bail on that one. Then we're going to look at 0.160, and then we're going to look at 0.1574. anywhere in that region, that is what we're going to be watching. Let's just update this poll. Guys, put the poll in here. I see 47% are still bullish. Right. If we look at the Bitcoin chart and we zoom out on the Bitcoin weekly, all is well, actually. And we can't be too bearish on that. And, 47% bulls and 21% of you are still hating crypto. So, I mean, we'll see. It's quite a burn. It's quite a burn. Okay, let's send Uncle Donald some shitcoins. Come, let's do this. Okay, let me know in the chats what you guys have got, and let me know what you guys want to send. Okay, so apparently it's his birthday tomorrow. So let's see what's going on here in Vegas quickly. Let's pull this one up quickly. Ray, you're gonna have to let me know if you can hear the sound here on this one.
Birthday. Thank you, darling. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it.
Maybe this is good. Okay. So he got a little birthday wishes. Now, I believe his birthday's tomorrow, so the timing is good because I'm not doing a show tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to send him any shit coins tomorrow. We're going to send him shit coins right now. So let's deal with it. Ray, what's coming through here? What shit coins are you looking at there? What are they coming through in the chat? Just let me know quickly. Right, so this is how I found Donald Trump's wallet. Okay, so Arkham actually posted a wallet that was linked to him, and Donald Trump crypto holding are now on Arkham. Okay, and we believe this is his wallet address, and this was at the time. When was this? August 16, 2023, and he wasn't a degen back then. Look at this. He owned ETH and he owned Matic. I mean, fuck me. And I mean, very civilized, very civilized. ETH and Matic. Now look at this absolute degen. Now look what he's got in his wallet at the moment. He's got Trump. Trog. He's got $7.8 million of Trump, his own meme coin. He's got $3.5 million of Trog. Only $1.6 million of ETH. And look at the other things. Conan, Baby Trump, USDC, MAGA. He's got another meme coin. Elon, Baby Trump, America. Oh, and there's Matic. Matic's looking a little bit lonely here. 3.7K. And what was the value of Matic back then? 2.12. So maybe it's gone up. Maybe it's gone up a little bit there for him at the moment. Okay, so his wallet is full of shit coins. Let's send him some more. Let's send him some more tokens. Okay, and this was he's now invited. Logan Paul invited Joe Biden on the podcast in front of Donald Trump as well. And then another thing for me, is this political narrative going to start picking up? Remember, we want to grab these tokens before this narrative starts picking up again. So we had a hot narrative not too long ago, and now it's cooling off a little bit. Things are slowing down, and now is it maybe the time to start looking at some of these narrative tokens. So one of the first ones is obviously BODEN. Now that we're talking about it, look at the size of this meltdown on BODEN. We're moving back to these previous levels last seen in March 2024. So remember, these meme tokens, they bounce very quickly when the narrative changes and people hype and the market turns a little bit bullish. So keep your eyes on BODEN. I would say, if you want to start buying this thing, you start looking at moves down into these levels. Alternatively, you're just going to look for this thing when it starts breaking some trends. So don't sleep on this BODEN situation. We just need him to trip down the stairs or say something ridiculous again or mumble or whatever he does, and then the narrative might start picking up, and then we can get some more BODEN action. Okay, my big play for Donald Trump has got to be this DTI. Now, I brought this to you guys at about a $250,000 or $300,000 market cap, and this thing is now holding nicely. It's now at about 1.6. It has peaked at $4 million, and I missed the big moves on MAGA and the other Trump tokens. I mean, they at one point were $500 million. So I thought I'd have a go on the smaller cap meme coin. So this is Donald Trump in you, DTI. And Ray, what do we got? What do we got here? Where are our other tokens? Have you checked a few?
We got T-Mania, DTI. I don't know what T-Mania is.
T-Mania, another Trump token. Okay, so guys, let's send him some shit coins. So here's my MetaMask, ready, locked and loaded. And I've got PIPI in it. PIPI, son of PIPI, is PIPI. Okay, this is actually one of my best performers on Starbot at the moment. I'm going to show you. This thing has absolutely been melting faces for me at the moment. So we're going to send him. We're going to send him some PIPI. We're going to send him some DTI, and I think let's send him some 𝗤𝗍𝗍, here. And what else? What else, guys? Drop them in the chat here. I see lots of DTI, lots of 𝗤𝗍𝗍. Come on, I want absolute shit coins here, guys. Come, send me some others here. Okay, let me just let's pull this wallet out quickly, and just bear with me for 1 second. Let's get his wallet address here. And remember, you can send him tokens for his birthday. Let's wish the man happy birthday. Let me just pull up this wallet address quickly. Give me 1 sec. Okay, so let's send Trump some DTI here quickly. I just want to confirm that this wallet is the correct one, 0x94 ending in a CE. And let's check. Yeah, 0x94 ending in a CE. That's the one. Okay, let's go. Can you see my MetaMask there on the screen? Let me see if I can pull it up on the screen here. No, you can't see it. Okay, let me try and highlight it quickly. Okay, there we go. I'll share the whole screen. There we go. Okay, here's the MetaMask. So let's send him some DTI quickly, and we're going to send him some PIPI. Okay, let's send to this address here. We're going to see if our shit coins land in his wallet here. Okay, let's go DTI. What do we got? Million here. What do we got? 1111. Okay, we're going to send him 100. What is that? 1 million. I can't see my zeros. 100,000. 100,000 DTR coming in hot there for the Donald. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Happy birthday to you, sir. May you continue to pump our bags when we do get a little reversal there.
Was that political? Was that political, or was that a birthday present?
It's a birthday present. He must pump our bags. He must carry on pumping our bags.
Give me the horn, man. Give me the horn. Stop giving me the cat, man. Give me the horn.
There we go.
Let's go.
I send him some DTI. Send him some DTI. Okay, so we're good to go there. And what else can we send him? We'll send him some PIPI as well. Let's send him some PIPI immediately. Let's go.
They want you to send him Luna.
Can you buy Luna on ETH?
Maybe.
Let's send him some PIPI here. I'm just punching in zeros here until it lets me go. 742511121. Okay, that looks about right. 70 million PIPIs. Okay, there we go. Well, happy birthday to the Donald, and long may he be controversial. And remember, the more controversial this guy is, the more fun we're going to have with some of these meme coins, the more they're going to pump. So it's in our favor that he carries on being eccentric and doing all these things that people love to hate. And the more he does it, the more these bags are going to pump. So, good luck to him, and good luck to our bags. Let's see how we go. Okay, so that thing is about to finish sending now. So he's got some PIPI, and he's got some DTI, courtesy of the Lord of Entry. Okay, let's pull up my regular screen. Let's let this thing finish submitting here, so we can send him his PIPI. We're gonna check in on my next show. We're gonna check into his wallet, and we're gonna make sure that my shit coins are there. Hopefully, he hasn't sold them when we are done. Okay, let's go. Let's look at our next situation. Okay, let me just get. Okay, that transaction is complete. Okay, so Uncle Donald has got some of these tokens. Here's PIPI. This is what I was talking about earlier, and I was trading this one on Starbot. So PIPI, also a low market cap, I brought to you guys. And at one point, this thing really did pump and really sent us to Valhalla at one point. Right now, it's sitting at an 870K market cap. I think this thing could potentially have legs. Son of PIPI, it could be a mover. And here it is. It's still sitting in my current Starbot situation. Let me show you Starbot quickly, and let's get this guy up quickly. Bear with me. It's not letting me. It's not letting me bring it up. It's not letting me bring it up. Okay, for some reason, it's not letting me share. But I'm trading some of these meme coins on Starbot. Now, there's a link in the description for Starbot. What it does, it's essentially the same as like BonkBot or those other bots that you've used when you're trading Sol memes. They've now made it easy and simple for you guys to trade using on ETH, now using Starbot. So what you do is you send ETH to your Starbot and you trade, and very simple, very fast, very efficient. And those of you that were watching me last week, well, you would have seen that I've been using that one, and I'm holding a little bag there of PIPI. So if you want some of that Starbot action, there is a link here in the description for you guys, and just jump in, you'll grab it there. You can see fourth from the top here, Starbot, and join the Wrecked Rally. There's a $20,000 prize. So click on that link there, join the Wrecked Rally, and you are automatically submitted into the competition if you join the Wrecked Rally, and then all your trades and whatever, they measure your P&L, and you can stand a chance to win a piece of $20,000. Okay, let's look at the last couple that I have for you guys. Here's Super, and sitting at the lows, and these are yesterday's lows. Now, we could have a very similar situation here to 𝗬𝗢𝗓. If we lose these areas, we can have a very quick move here on Super. So I would exercise a lot of caution here now based on what we've just seen with 𝗬𝗓. I would be extra careful now. We've had 2 bounces off this level already. Is the third time now going to crack through the door? I would say just exercise caution. What we do know is this is support. Yes, we do know that. Okay, if you want to play the support game, tiny position here, because we've seen what happened to 𝗬𝗓 here. This thing absolutely fell over. So be careful now in this region. And your next level, if Super falls over, has to be 0.7. That is what you're going to be watching. 0.7. If Super falls over, that is going to be your level. So right now, if it doesn't bounce right here, 0.8191. If you don't get this bounce right here with about a 1% stop on this region, I wouldn't go any deeper than a 1% stop here. You could look at it here. Then you're looking at 0.7. That has got to be where you're looking at. Richard says he shot his hamster, bro. We are nearly at some hamster levels here. And Robert says IO is pumping now. Let's just check where IO is right now. Let's see where we are going. Yeah, a little move there on IO, but again, be safe. Wait for that trend break and see how that is going to play out. Just be safe there on that one. And another one is MYRO. This is what we looked at yesterday as well. Nice big bounce off the 618, and nice little move. So MYRO is still holding its levels, relative strength, compared to 𝗬𝗓, which is sending me to hell. MYRO is holding decently. So MYRO traders 0.184. You are good here. 0.184. Watch that area. Any push into that zone could be a nice little long zone here for you for MYRO. So no changes to that. Watch that support. Good area. And PIPI, here's another one. And I've got a nice level for you guys. Okay, right here. PIPI on this level, we got the 50-day MA, we've got trend, and we've got horizontals in play here for PIPI. And you're looking at multiple zeros, 1138. So for me, that's a potential long zone here for PIPI for you guys. And give this area a go. If we get a dip onto that zone, look at that. There could be a little move. We've seen relative strength here from PIPI, and things have been okay on that front so long. So let's hang in there. And Crypto says, don't cry yet. I'm not done. Okay, let's see. Let's do an update here on BTC. I just want to see where we are, what we are looking at. Okay, so we got our bounce here off the 382, and that is effectively a higher low for now. So let's see if this is now going to hold, and let's watch that area closely. So if you are in BTC, Ray, did you take that long there, bro? Because I was waiting for your call here to see if we were going to get it.
I'm waiting for this color change right now. I'm waiting for a green candle to take over. We're super close to taking a long.
Okay,
we're like literally moments away if this candle stays green.
If you are sitting in BTC right now, what you can do is watch 66,200. That has got to be your support level you're watching. And then a little bit lower down, you've got to watch the previous lows from 2 days ago. That's got to be 65,900. Watch that 65,900, a little kiss in that area. That could be an interesting zone there for us. So keep your eyes on that one. And let's look at ETH quickly again. I just want to see where we are. So ETH is holding that 100-day MA. Okay, bouncing accordingly with BTC. And we nearly at our next potential buy zone here. So watch this one closely. Pretty strange that 𝗬𝗓 is absolutely shitting the bed here. And 28 is coming in hot. So watch that.
Now.
Are you going long now, right?
Yeah, I'm long.
Okay, let's go long now quickly here. Here we go. We'll go 0.5 long. Okay, now let's go 1 Bitcoin long here. Okay, and then I'm going to put a stop just under that low there. Okay, so we long 1 Bitcoin here. I'm going to bang in a stop here. We don't want to get to start. Okay, we're going to bang in a stop there, 66,210, and put in a stop. There we go, 66,210. Okay, let's see how we go. Remember, you do have a level slightly lower down, those previous lows there. And let's watch that area a little bit lower down there, okay? So you can watch.
It did come into the zone super weak. So let's see how it goes.
And now you're sending me to zero, bro. I just went long. You said I must go long. Okay,
I'm long with you. I'm here with you. I'm in it.
Okay, so these are your stop options under the current candle, 66,222 or lower, and alternatively, it's what do we got here? 65,953. This is a scalp, guys. This is not a long-term play. This is a little scalp here. If you get a move, once you turn into profit, then you want to lift that stop and make sure you are de-risking very quickly. So that is on Prime XBT, right? I'm done. I'm out of here. Guys, I'm still on vacation, as you can see. And I've been trying to work while being on vacation. So it's been a little bit tricky here, especially with the markets coming to crash me while I'm trying to fish and sit on boats and do all these types of things. It hasn't been that pleasant, I'm not going to lie. And so, I'm taking the next few days off, but I'm back full swing on Monday. I will see you guys. Banter Plus, as always, I'll be on Banter Plus. Guys, good luck out there. Trade safe. Don't overtrade. Don't over leverage. Just take it easy now. Things are looking a little bit wobbly here. And just be safe out there. See you guys later.